Unless you identify yourself for this legal investigation, you're going to be arrested for failure to ID. Listen to me. And then we're going to call CPS to come pick up the kid.
Look, I thought for sure he was detained for a PI.
He may be detained, but until he's actually under arrest, he doesn't have to give a name, date of birth, anything. Okay.
Hey, welcome back to Here's the Deal. This video comes to us today from Blue Line Whistleblower. And stay tuned because we've got a huge update on this story. This right here is Jack. He was walking through Walmart one day, filling his shopping cart with his 3-year-old in tow. And mind you, this is in the land of the free, home of the brave. Unbeknownst to Jack, somebody made a false report on him saying that he was intoxicated when he pulled into the parking lot. Officers from the San Angelo Police Department respond, but they'll soon make it clear that they're under the influence of totalitarianism. They approach Jack and his 3-year-old believing that he is under the influence of alcohol.
So you haven't had anything to drink today, anything like that? You just getting off work or something? Left home, came to the grocery store. Okay. Huh? Jack? Huh? Jack? Jack what? Yeah, it does matter. You got you think to put them like verify who you are? No. You have any idea who you are? I do. I don't have to give my ID.
I don't have to give my ID is not exactly what a gaggle of badged authoritarian power trippers wants to hear. That's like telling a drug addict who's still high from his last fix that you can't support his habit anymore. Not advisable. There are withdrawals and convulsions that take place. And just as a rule of thumb, cops need ID like mosquitoes and other parasites need their next blood meal.
Go back to the day, we'll go on our day and we'll be done. That easy, that simple, man. My partner's explained everything to you. Okay.
And y'all want to ID?
Is he refusing to ID?
Yes.
Okay, bud. This is an intoxicated subject call. Okay. So, this is what's probably going to happen if it hasn't been explained to you already. Unless you identify yourself for this legal investigation, you're going to be arrested for failure to ID. Listen to me. And then we're going to call CPS to come pick up your kid.
Okay, so now you're threatening
So,
to take my kid.
what's your ID?
You're threatening to take my kid.
What's your identification?
There's no problem that you could ever have that couldn't be made worse by the presence of law enforcement. As a matter of fact, they shouldn't even call it law enforcement anymore. They should call it escalation enforcement. Threatening to kidnap an innocent man's child in broad daylight on camera? Are you serious? It'd be cool if somehow we could live anonymously and invisibly among cops so they can't mess with us, which you can online with today's video sponsor. The sponsor for this video is Virtual Shield VPN. Stay with me, guys, because I get it. A lot of people get up there and pitch their products and services, but the only ones you'll ever hear me recommend are the ones that I personally use and am impressed with. And I've been using Virtual Shield for years, even before they sponsored me. Now, I don't like being spied on by anybody, not by my internet service provider, and definitely not by my government. But the only way to safeguard yourself against being spied on is to become invisible. But it's more than that. You got to hide your identity, your activity, and your location while you're online. With Virtual Shield, they, whoever they is, or is that whoever they are, won't know who you are, what you're doing, or where you're located. You can even manually change your ping location to anywhere on the planet. Right now, I'm in Australia. Oh, now I'm in Japan. Now I'm pinging from Germany. Go to virtualshield.com/here's the deal and you'll get 73% off. The link is in the description. Now, let the escalation begin.
What's your name, dude?
Can I talk? I mean, y'all work.
You have one thing to respond with right now, and that's to identify yourself.
And you can't be failure to identify is whenever you have been lawfully arrested. You cannot get failure to identify unless you've been lawfully arrested.
Should we just arrest him?
Let's go ahead.
All right, turn around.
Needless to say, they attack Jack, arrest him, throw the cuffs on him, and put him in the back of the cruiser. But I can't show that here because, hey, You're too sensitive. You can't take it. But I will leave a link in the description so you can see the entire thing.
You're under arrest, bud.
For what?
We already told you.
Failure to identify.
Not very bright, are you?
3802. It's penal code 3802. You can't be arrested unless you fail to identify or give false information after you've been lawfully arrested.
He's telling them the law. He's warning them.
Daddy's okay.
No, Daddy's not okay. Daddy's literally in the hands of the most notorious, dangerous gang in town. Daddy's life literally hangs in the balance. Now Sergeant Holt arrives on the scene.
Where? Wonder about that. I don't know.
Well, it's told failure to identify.
Okay.
But I don't understand how I could failure to identify.
No, it's probably not just here. Not necessarily.
Or get fake information.
Were you detained?
You're conducting an investigation for possible subject located in the store. That question asking who it was, that's the person that tell us who it was. First tell us the guy, and then after that point, you refuse to give any information. I'm going to explain to you about myself and Officer Mayberry. Officer Weber came in and heard us explain to him this morning. At that point, he refused to identify himself, so we went ahead and arrested him. Probably looking also at resistance too. So, 6'6".
Hold on. Give me a minute.
Mayberry's in the hospital.
So he was arrested for.
He was arrested. He was advised he was being placed under arrest for failure to ID. That point told him to try.
I mean, let's think about that. Placed under arrest for failure to ID. In other words, we're going to arrest you, we're going to put the cuffs on you, we're going to kidnap you, and we're going to cage you because you thought you were going to stand on your Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your person. We can't have that here in the San Angelo Police Department.
Tim.
So
So we went to put him in the box. He started resisting.
while he was detained,
Yes, sir. We were told him he was detained. We were just trying to make as quick as pain as we could, trying to get this over with.
but so he's actually arrested and not prior to detained.
Okay.
If he's detained and he is false, jail ID. But if he's given it, then you would then have to arrest him for something else, right? If he's intoxicated?
No. He was explaining when the officer Mayberry were trying to talk to him, trying to keep it friendly, keep it painless, I guess.
We're trying to talk to him. We're trying to keep it friendly. That guy right there made us execute violence upon himself.
Trying to make get in front of him, not trying to do anything. Trying to take him in. The
Scott Miller, the third, 2-3 of 998. Showing your driver's license and current computer, don't 29, and then head to W from that location.
10-14. While we're trying to talk to him, Officer Weber came in, explained to him, Officer Weber explained to him, we're conducting intoxicated person investigation.
Hi guys,
How you doing?
Good, ma'am, how are you? Explaining Officer Weber what's going on. He's refusing to identify. Yes, he is. At that point, he's like, well, he's not going to tell us this is what's going to happen. If you identify yourself, you're looking at being arrested. Okay. At that point is when he refused again, we went ahead and went hands on, put him in cuffs and everything.
And he thought that was A-okay. Blinky thought that if somebody doesn't divulge their identity upon request from a law enforcement officer, we get to be violent with him.
However,
Okay.
until he's actually arrested for an officer, he doesn't have to do it. So,
And that's what Miller was trying to tell him.
you something other than failed ID, then you don't have that.
Okay.
If you don't have something other than failure to ID and he didn't do anything else, he's in the back of that cruiser for nothing. We might be in some legal trouble here. Oh, yes, you are.
Is there anything y'all are thinking of?
Come on, is there anything else? You got to have something. I mean, we got to be able to take this guy in. I mean, I'm here to back the blue, but you got to give me something to work with.
She's pulled up. We went and still walking all the way back there. We stuck in her car right now.
Let's double check.
Okay.
Look up the failed ID statute.
Okay.
Double check, reread it, make sure before we go any further.
You got a feel for him?
So that's the 5C. Right. So, you don't have any other arrestable charge, no disorderly conduct, anything like that?
No, sir.
Now, a lot of people are looking at the sergeant going, hey, this is great. The sergeant arrived on the scene and he rectified everything. This sergeant is doing all that he can to back his thin blue line gang members. They're looking for something to pin on Miller, and this sergeant right here is in on it.
Okay. So, are there any use of force that needs to be reported to the police?
You had to pin him up against the little cooler deal again, the cuff on him. He kept pushing back on us.
We had to pin this innocent man who's in there shopping with this 3-year-old kid. We had to pin him up against the cooler, Sarge. We just had to do it. You know how we are.
Put him against one again, and then pulled him off once he stopped.
Okay.
No, I mean normal hands-off stuff as far as
Normal.
I mean,
What we did, don't worry, Sarge, what we did to him is completely normal. I mean, come on. We did that with about 5 of them last week, you and I, remember?
take down just like that.
All right. Release him.
Okay.
Explain to him that there was a mistake in understanding of the law.
Okay.
Release him. See? Just tell him, hey, my officers had a mistaken understanding of the law, even though Miller was continually reminding them what the law was and citing that exact law. And they ran over it like it wasn't even there. They didn't care. They just wanted to get Miller because that's what they does.
And that he's free to go. However, it is best when asked by a police officer who he is to give his name. No, it's not required. It's always best to just give your name if you've been told you've been lawfully detained.
It's always best to give up your rights, says the cop. The cop who swore to protect and defend the Constitution and your freedoms against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and here he is becoming the very domestic enemy, telling his children, telling his underlings, it's always best. Tell Miller that it's always best to just comply with the authority, to just lay down, to just give away your freedom that all those people fought and bled and died for. Just give it up.
Okay. Do an information report. Possibly with an information report.
Okay.
Explaining the actions of the person. But as far as that goes, all right. Cool.
Meanwhile, back in Walmart, Miller's child is being taken care of by an unidentified and unfamiliar hourly Walmart employee.
What?
Not bring him out?
Roger that. Let's take him out front.
Hey, you want to go outside? Take your juice. Do you want to take this with you for later? Yeah? Okay, come on. Okay.
Little boy wanted the lottery, huh?
Yeah, he did. What you talking about? Come on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I just started driving. I got one more place.
Relax. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to slam you. Okay? Just let me look at your wrist. Okay?
Why would he say that? I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to slam you. I know I usually do that, but you're in a safe space right now.
All I'm doing. Turn your hand. These yours or mine?
Never mind.
Yours. All right. Miss Miller, after talking with our sergeant, you got your stuff out of the way. You have a misunderstanding and interpretation of the law.
That's right.
Okay. You let me finish, please.
We'd had a misunderstanding and misinterpretation of the law.
I need to get back to my son.
Okay, your son is fixing to come out of my office.
Okay, well,
What's going to happen is that
is there anything I have to do from here on?
no, I was going to let you know there's going to be a report document everything, sir.
I love it. This guy doesn't want to hear 1 second of Blinky's cops planning. He wants to get his son and he wants to get out of there. And here's Blinky like, no, you need to have this interaction with me. My sergeant said that I need to tell you this kind of stuff. These guys are conformists. They're always doing what they're told regardless of what is right instead of doing what is right regardless of what they're told.
I know I'm free to go.
Here you go. Hi. I apologize.
What happened? So the way he was talking, I thought he was intoxicated.
Talked to Holt, explained to Holt everything. Holt said it's not going to be good. He said unless they're lawfully detained. We never told him he was detained. We just explained to him we were investigating the intoxicated subject call and all that. They asked for original information. Holt said it's not going to be good. He said the field ID's not going to fit. All three of us looked over it, read over it. Doesn't fit. Holt said to release him.
Is he intoxicated?
I don't smell anything on it. Unless there's something I missed that you caught,
Just his speech, his manner of speech.
No.
Came across to me that he was I thought you guys had already made that determination.
No, we haven't gone that far. So everybody is, we'll write a report. I guess we'll.
Oh yeah.
Somebody, one of us initial, the other one sup. How are we gonna figure it out?
It happens.
It happens. It happens. Police violence against innocent people. It just happens, guys. Come on. That's part of the job.
What are you in? Just let's try to make sure.
Look, I thought for sure he was detained for a PI.
He may be detained, but until he's actually under arrest, he doesn't have to give a name, date of birth, anything. Okay.
Under arrest for probable cause that he has committed a crime. He kind of left that out, Sarge.
But he also can't, while he's detained, he can't give a false name.
Right. Well, yeah.
This is...
Now, he can't lie to us and tell us, give us a false name, but we can lie to him. If we lie to him, well, that's just policy. If he lies to us, we all know that's a felony.
There's been confusion about failed ID as long as I've been here. I've seen people charged with failed ID.
No, there's no confusion. You know you took an oath to the First Amendment, to the Second Amendment, to the Fourth Amendment. Specifically here, you violated the Fourth Amendment. A person has the right, just as he has the right to remain silent, just as he has the right to pray to whatever God he wants to, he has the right to be secure in his person, and you can't make him give you your ID. If you do, you violate his constitutional rights, period. There's no misunderstanding and there's no miscommunication here.
ID on a consensual contact. There's no such thing. On a consensual contact, you can tell an officer you're Mickey Mouse. And you're married to Minnie Mouse.
Right. On a consensual. I didn't think this was consensual.
Right. It's not. On a detention, he can't give false information.
Well,
but he doesn't have to give a name at all.
Yeah.
It's only until he's under arrest
I
that
got
he is
you.
required to give and proper.
So you might be wondering what happened with this. Well, Miller filed a lawsuit against the San Angelo Police Department and won a settlement of $125,000. Here's the lawsuit right here. And I just want to read you the response from the police chief. It says, we reached out to the San Angelo Police Department about the arrest and lawsuit. They referred us to Chief Frank Carter's statement, which says the responding officers clearly mishandled the incident through a mistake in the law. Really, is that all it was, Chief? It was just a mistake in the law? Oh, we just made a mistake. That happens. The expectation is that all SAPD officers know the law and apply it properly, and a failure to do so does not meet our policy or standards. We are very fortunate that one of our patrol supervisors swiftly intervened and prevented further harm to this man by releasing him before he was taken to jail. But how many times has this happened before? How many times has this happened since? And not just this, but people who are being beaten, people who are being battered, people who are being assaulted, people who are being kidnapped, who are absolutely innocent. How many times does that happen every single day in your department, Chief? I recognize incidents such as this can lead to losing public confidence in police. Way to make a statement there, Chief. And I take our responsibilities to the public very seriously. It only takes one incident like this to undo the years of hard work and positive interactions by so many officers who are truly dedicated to protecting and serving the public. We know that's the dedication that's coming out of all police departments. We read you loud and clear on all these videos where you're abusing the rest of us. You're not serving and protecting, you're harassing and collecting. My administration is aware of the depth of feeling surrounding this incident, as well as the issue of police misconduct in our society. We are committed to policing our community with dignity, respect, fairness, and empathy. Are you just as committed to that as you said you were committed to upholding the Constitution, Chief? And when those important values are not being met, we will do everything we can to learn from it and make corrective action. Again, this comes from the YouTube channel Blue Line Whistleblower. Visit him. I'll leave the link in the description of the pinned comment. Visit him and let him know how you think he did. Again, the settlement was for $125,000. And, it really should have been more. They should penalize, and all these cops not only should be fired, but they should be jailed. Because if you did to somebody else what they did to Miller, you know where you would be. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought, please, in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, become a channel member or grab a hard-hitting conversation-starting design you can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever you want. Remember, the price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Stop securing your oppression and start today. I'll see you in the next video.